Hi everyone, so we've got a little bit of a TMI topic going on today, but I thought that it is something that's really worth talking about because it's something that's kind of changed in my routine recently, and I thought it might be of interest to those of you who are struggling with it as well. And I am going to talk about preventing ingrown hairs, most specifically ingrown hairs on your bikini line, because I think for most of us that's the place we suffer from it the most. I don't know what it is about your bikini area that kind of is prone to ingrown hairs the most. I think it's kind of its delicate skin, it's coarser hair, and it's an area that kind of has friction from your clothes all the time, so it kind of can snap the hair and then it grows incorrectly and all that kind of thing. So it just is a bit of an annoying thing, and it's something that I have struggled with for a really long time. The hair removal methods that you use can contribute to this. If you wax, you're more prone to ingrown hairs. And I am an avid waxer. I cannot stand shaving in my bikini area. I just find it so itchy and I just really dislike it. So waxing all the way for me, but that also means that I've had to deal with ingrown hairs a lot. A lot of people who've had laser treatment say that that fixes it completely, which is amazing, and that is my eventual goal, is to have laser treatment. But you can apply this kind of method to anywhere that you suffer from them really, but I know that most people tend to get them the worst on legs and on your bikini area. So the first thing is to remember that you kind of have to treat the area. If it is something that you kind of struggle with, you do need to treat the area like you would another part of your body, which I know you're probably thinking, great, what another thing I have to worry about now. But it's not that time consuming, and kind of you can work it into your routine, but I agree it is a little bit annoying. So the first thing that I always recommend doing is after you've had a wax, whether you do it yourself, you go to a salon, whatever. I find it a bit annoying in salons that they always apply oil to the area afterwards. I know it's soothing and it's supposed to be a barrier and all that kind of thing. To me, I find that that kind of causes little bumps. It just doesn't work as well for me. What I've been doing lately and has been really great is using plain old Sudocrem on the area. This is an antiseptic healing cream that's used kind of for nappy rashes, but you can use it for acne and for eczema as well. It says here for burns, all sorts of things you can use this for, and it works really well at kind of calming down the area, which can get kind of very sensitive and inflamed, especially after you've just ripped loads of hair out of it, be it on your bikini line and on your legs or anywhere else. You know, like, your body's not gonna love that happening to it, but bikini line's especially bad because it's more sensitive. And when I'm talking about bikini area, by the way, this obviously is like hugely TMI, but it depends on the style of waxing that you like. So I'm not talking about well, I can't really talk about kind of if you suffer from them really badly, like on kind of the more intimate areas kind of underneath and that kind of thing, because I personally don't have a problem with that. That area is fine. This is like so TMI, but it's more kind of like on your bikini line, so like where you'd have a bikini wax and that kind of thing is where I find it the most problematic. But if you struggle with it on a more intimate area, this might be a little bit more tricky because it's a very sensitive area. So applying Sudocrem all over the area after you've waxed has been working a dream for me. Really happy with it. And what I'll also do after I've waxed is spray kind of something soothing on the area. I really like the La Roche-Posay Cerazinc. I don't like this on my face. I didn't feel like it worked very well at all. It kind of just didn't do anything. But on your bikini area, it kind of soothes everything. It's got zinc in it. It's great for problem skin. Works really nicely for that area, kind of just sprayed on. And I do try and keep that up, kind of doing that every day, but I don't always remember because it can be a little bit tricky. But another thing that I really like, but again, I've mentioned this in my disappointing product video because it doesn't work as well as I would like it to, as in it hasn't cured the ingrown hair problem, is the Tend Skin solution. It does help kind of soothe the skin down and help with the redness. It doesn't stop them from coming back, which is why I said it was disappointing, but it is something that I use, not necessarily something that I would repurchase, I don't think, but it works okay. All of those types of products that people recommend, people swear by this, by the Bliss version. I've tried everything and nothing really worked. But the thing that I have found the most effective is after having a shower daily, kind of rubbing the area with a little bit of strength with your towel. So if you're drying yourself off, just kind of brushing the area down a little bit with a towel has made a huge difference in the amount of ingrown hairs that I've gotten. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's kind of just to do with the exfoliation, because I have always exfoliated the area in the shower with kind of, you know, exfoliating gloves or that kind of thing, but the towel method seems to work the best. And if you take anything from this video, take that, because it works really well for me. And like I said, I've always struggled with kind of getting the area to look nice and smooth and how I'd like for it to look, because I've always had kind of bumps and ingrown hairs and really sensitive skin and all that kind of thing. But the towel thing, just kind of rubbing the area down with a towel a little bit vigorously, has worked brilliantly. And then incorporating these other kind of methods into my daily routine helps. I'll use this kind of maybe every couple of days. I try and use this daily, but I don't always remember. The pseudocreme, again, I'll use probably, I always use it after waxing, and then sometimes kind of if I've got a particularly sore little bump, I'll use it on that, and it tends to help it go away. But it's not something that I use kind of all the time, because it is a really thick, greasy white cream, and it gets all over whatever you're wearing, and it can just be a little bit annoying. So that's pretty much all the tips and tricks that I've discovered. I know a lot of people still like to kind of remove them. If you have got an ingrown hair that's a surface ingrown hair, then by all means go and remove it. I do it all the time. To be honest, I never get ones that are kind of like really deep bad ones. They're always surface hairs that if you just kind of scratch it with your nail, it pops right out. So those I then go ahead and do with a tweezer, and then I'll kind of try and treat the area, because I think kind of there's been a build-up of skin in that area, and that's kind of just what it is, I think, because we neglect that area more, because especially, you know, if you live in a country where you're not wearing a bikini hardly ever, and you just pop your jeans on every day, the friction and everything can just kind of be a little bit problematic. But I do think it's important, if you are prone to that, to treat the area like you would your face, really. Kind of just keep everything under control, because it's nice for kind of everything to look nice, you know. And something that people don't talk about a lot is when you've got one of those bumps, sometimes it can be really painful. They really hurt, and they're kind of, it's not just to do with like looking unpleasant, they're just not the most pretty thing. But you can apply this, like I said, to anywhere that you suffer from ingrown hairs. That's my problem area. I don't hardly ever get them on my legs, but I really suffer from it from my bikini line. So please let me know if you've got any tips or tricks in the comments down below. There was someone on Twitter a while ago that told me something that they used that worked really well, and I cannot for the life of me remember who it was. So if you know who you were, can you write it down in the comments again? I want to say it was some sort of like nappy cream, not pseudocreme, something else. And I can't remember what it was that she recommended. But I'd love to know your opinions on the matter, if you've got any tips or tricks. I'm still not sure if I'm brave enough to title this video on your bikini line, because whenever you mention anything like that, it attracts the wrong sort of attention, and pervy men come to look and see if they can see anything, and that's not what this video is obviously about. But like I said, these methods can be kind of anywhere really, but the towel thing, life-changing. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did, and if you've got any other video requests, if you've got any video requests for Valentine's Day videos, I want next week to kind of be all Valentine's Day related videos, but I'm kind of struggling on ideas. I've got like maybe one idea, and I'd ideally like to have the 3 videos a week that I always have. So I would love to know your opinions, and I will see you next time. Bye!